I accidentally deleted a bunch of the footage for this Hatchet project. Yeah, I was using my iPad to film and then moving between my iPad and my iPhone, using my iPad to edit. And in the process of doing that, I lost nearly an hour of footage I had. Um, so all I've got left is a couple of segments from the end, basically me explaining what tools I used and then showing off the final product. I'm sorry I didn't get the chance to show you all that. It hurts. Uh, it just pains me that I did that and didn't actually get it all on film or let the film survive to let you guys see it. So again, I'm sorry about that. If you were super excited for watching me work on a handle, though, don't worry. You're going to have two good opportunities to see me make some handles, starting probably with this monstrous felling axe head. So I'll go ahead and cut to those bits of film that survived, and, well, if nothing else, I'll see you later, gentlemen. She's done, boys. But before I do the grand reveal, I want to go over all the tools I used for this, just so you have a point of reference if you're wanting to ever try this. I used this woodworking vise with a clamp. I already put the clamp up, but it's just a cheap Harbor Freight clamp. Much like this cheap Harbor Freight wood vise, but it works. That's just loose, don't worry about it. We've got the two persuaders, the little persuader and the big persuader, and the redneck drift. I used my marble stone. I've already put it away too in that bag. I'm not going to get it out. Some of this axe wax, my Mora, and this 4-in-hand. Now with this Mora, I think I may have actually used it so much as to mess with the heat treat just a little bit. I'm not certain that's what that is. I'm just going to roll with it. It's the only thing I can do. But yeah, those are all the tools I used for working the handle and putting an edge on the bit. When it comes to cleaning the head, all I used for that was WD-40 and a little bit of steel wool. I started with a brush, but that didn't work that well. So I'm going to cut it, and we're going to jump in to the final look at that hatchet. There she is, boys. Goodness, that looks good. So, I know some people are going to ask about the handle. Here's the original. And you can see, completely different. I've just always fancied the straight handles. Cold Steel makes... It's a hatchet, but they call it a Axe Gang Tomahawk, I believe. And it's this sort of plum Boy Scout hatchet head style on a straight handle. And I've always liked the way that looked. So I just decided to basically recreate it. And I think I did okay. This handle is going to go in the scrap bin. My brothers might use it, they might not. They'll probably certainly use the wedges. Let's talk about a couple of the things I messed up. So, this head's on tight. Look at the bond between that wedge and the end of the handle there. That might as well be the same tree. But on the bottom side, yeah, there's a little gapping. She's held on there tight. She's not coming off, but there's a little bit of gap down there. The edge isn't perfect. It's a little off kilter on the end here. That'll just be fixed by using it. There's also just some spots that just didn't sharpen very well. Trying to get that to focus. There we go. But overall, that's not a bad edge. Yeah, just get a good look at that. The handle has still got a lot of scratches and stuff on it from where I was hitting it with the rasp, or the forehand rather. But I'm just going to leave those. You can only shave away so much material and get it so smooth before you're starting to take material you need for strength. What else? When I was filing on the head on this other side here, no, it was this side. While I was filing the bevel, my file slipped and I ended up hitting it here. So I did go back through and shave just a hair bit more with my knife just to smooth that out a little bit, and then hit it with more axe wax then. I've just been showing you my toes. It's hard to talk and use the phone at the same time. Anyway, I smoothed that out with a knife, hit it with another thing of axe wax, and then when I got done putting the edge on it, hitting it with the polishing stone, and was basically done, I hit it with one more coat of axe wax just to make sure that it's in there and that I'm not going to have to worry about this thing getting wet. And I am pretty satisfied with it overall. That is a nice looking hatchet. That patina on there is going to help keep it from getting rusted in the future. I also put some axe wax on the physical head, let it sit for a second, and then wiped it off. That should do pretty good at protecting that in the future. But there she is, all done. I have a ton of hours into this. I, at points, was stopping and would wait like a week between actually doing it. But these last few days, it's been on my mind, and I've just ground away at it. And here we are. I have hours, probably 2 hours of footage, mostly B-roll for this. And that's already being fairly taxing on both my phone and my iPad, which is what I do all my editing on. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. That same space issue is why there's a lot of just short clips that are going to be in here. That, and when I'm working in the garage, I typically like to listen to something, be it a podcast or a YouTube video or just music. The silence, I just don't do silence. I like to listen to stuff. So there was a lot of time where I would shoot a little bit of B-roll and then cut the camera and then just work for an hour, 2 hours without filming anything, just listening to, I don't know, Critical Role, Jay Schlatt, something like that. And so there, especially when it came to the shaping of this handle, there's a lot of B-roll missing because I just didn't record any. But that's nothing you didn't see that I hadn't already done. Just more using the forehand, more using the knife. And eventually we got to here. So, yeah, there you go, boys. One last good look at it before I let you all go. She does have a big old knot in her here, but aside from trying to smooth down that area, that didn't give me much trouble. And there you are. $13 at a antique store with a piece of scrap sledgehammer handle and a wedge I found on the floor. And you can get something like this. Gingy out.